Going live, and I'm live. Hello, my name is Cindy, and welcome to my channel. If it's your first time coming to my channel, thank you so much for checking out this video. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And of course, I'm looking for subscribers. So if you're kind enough, you could subscribe to my channel, and I have more videos like this coming up in the future. My channel is basically, I think about teachers, which is basically any adult, right? All adults are teaching someone at some point, somewhere, at some time. And all of us are going through the crunch right now financially. And since I have a large family and through the years, I have always had to pinch pennies um, by choice, by choice. Some of the choices that we made, we knew that we were going to have to live frugally, and that's okay. But at this time, it's not always our choice. Right now, I actually have a really good job where I'm getting paid more money than I've been paid at any other job. And now we have all of these extra expenses. I guess it's a good thing. I don't know how we would do it if I didn't have the extra income, but we just have to take it one day at a time. So I just thought it would be fun to share some tips about how to save money in 2022. This is my third video of its kind, and I'm going to keep it to 5 with a bonus today. And so here we go. I do have my little board here that I'm going to go ahead and clear out so that I can type and kind of give you my little list. Okay. So the first on the list today is drink water. Yeah, I know a lot of people love to drink all different kinds of products and soda, all different types of products. I know this because I've seen it, but personally, I drink water. I drink a lot of water. I prefer water. I prefer water when I'm at home. If I'm out and about and I just want a drink of something, I prefer water. Every now and then, I might go and get an iced tea like at Dunkin' Donuts or a quick food place. But for the most part, I do drink water. I guess when I'm traveling, I do like the Snapple iced tea. I think that's something that I do indulge in if I'm going on a long trip. Right now, I do have coffee, which I made at home. So that would be another tip. If you do drink coffee, make it at home. Don't buy your coffee when you're going out. But drink water. Water is actually the best thing for you. And if you are in the city where they treat your water, I would suggest that you get a water filter so that you don't have to keep buying all of the bottled water. That kind of saves a lot of money. And if you do have to buy water, I would buy it in like the gallon jug or in the 5-gallon jug so that you are not just paying for individual waters. So that's my tip, is to drink water. If you are someone who loves soda, you drink other types of drinks regularly, maybe kind of like do half and half for a while and whittle yourself down to just drinking water. It's cheaper, it's better for you. It's actually important for you to drink a lot of water. We have a Berkey filter, so we can filter the water. That thing is supposed to filter any type of water, even if it's swamp water. I haven't had to put swamp water in it to this day, but that's what they say. It filters everything. We actually have a well. We have well water, so I'm not really worried about my water at this time. I drink right out of the tap. It's not treated, but that's my tip. To drink water, get used to drinking water. Teach your kids to drink water. If they love juice, maybe you could kind of like, you know, dilute it a little bit until they're used to water. My kids always love to drink water. Of course, when they go out now, they like to buy other drinks, but they really do love water, and a lot of times they do prefer water. So it's a really good habit to get into. So that's my first tip. Cut out all sugary drinks, drink water. Okay, my second tip here is to buy meat in bulk. Okay, now some of you may already do that. You buy meat in bulk and then you break it up, put it in the freezer. How about buying meat in bulk and then go ahead and cook it right away? So, say you put it all in a crock pot, you put in a bunch of chicken, like I did the other night. I saw chicken was on sale, so I bought several packages, put it all in a crock pot, cooked it for the same amount of time you can cook. I don't know how many meals we'll get out of it, but it'll be a lot. And so you're only using the electricity once, maybe for a week. You don't have to cook it from raw to cooked every single day of the week. You can just go ahead and cook it all. You can put it in small packages, put it in your freezer for the future, or you could, plan some recipes for the week to make with that chicken, and you already have your meal halfway done. So that is a really good tip. Saves money, saves time, and helps you plan out your meals as well. So my next tip is to plan meals. So if you are at the store, it doesn't mean you have to necessarily plan all your meals ahead of time, but maybe if you're at the store and you see certain things are cheaper or on sale or whatever, or maybe you see something that's a quick sale and you say, okay, that's what we're having tonight or tomorrow. So look at what the store has on sale and then plan your meals accordingly, and make sure that you remember what you had planned for meals so that when you get everything home, you know what to do with it. And that will save you time, money. Everybody will know ahead of time what your meals are, and it all works out. I think it really does save a lot of money to have your meals a little bit planned out. Like for me, like I said, I bought some chicken the other day. I could put it all in a crock pot. I did have 2 packages of chicken that I just put in Ziploc bags and put in the freezer, that they were raw. I'm thinking I could use those to make soup or something. And the rest of the chicken I will use to put into meals for the week. And if I don't use it within a couple days, I will go ahead and put the cooked chicken into Ziploc bags and put it in the freezer. That way it will still be good, in the freezer. So putting your meat in the freezer extends the life. Now, if you are a canner, which I haven't gotten into canning meat yet, but it is something I'm looking into, you can also go from raw to cooked and put them in canning jars, which is a really good way because if the power goes out, you don't lose your meat. Canning meat is a really great thing to learn how to do. You do have to have a pressure cooker, and you have to cook it for like 90 minutes. So that is an issue as far as having the time, having the resources in order to can your meat. But that's a really good way to preserve your meat because, like I said, the power goes out, your refrigerator is going to be off, and so you still have your meat preserved in jars, and it's a really good way to save some money. If the power goes out for a long time, you're going to have to throw out anything that was frozen. So canning the meat would be a great idea. Okay, now this next tip would be buy your flour, sugar, other staples that you can in bulk. Now, if you buy these in bulk, you can put them in the freezer. You can put them in buckets, like get food grade buckets and storage bins. But if you buy your staples in bulk, you will pay less per pound. There are co-ops that you can use. There, obviously, you can go to BJ's, Sam Club, places like that. Ask around if there are any places in your area that sell them in bulk, and you can get really good quality items for less than going to the grocery store. So that is a really good way to save money. And along with that would be no mixed like cake mixes and other types of products. I have written down here no box mixes. Okay, so box, I have a few of those in my stash, where you just add an egg and maybe some oil or something, and you have a cake or you have bread. Well, if you're ever used to making things from scratch, my family doesn't really like the boxed, banana bread as much as they did the homemade banana bread. So I would say, in order to save money, don't bother buying those box mixes. Just find a recipe online. And now, if we ever go off the grid or whatever, make sure you kind of make your own little recipe file so that you know how to make these things. If you have flour, sugar, eggs, oil, and a few other specific ingredients, like for banana bread, obviously you need bananas. You can make apple cinnamon bread. You can make allspice, I call it spice bread, things like that. Pumpkin bread. So you have kind of the same base and you just add the flavoring. And so if you can learn how to do that, you won't need the box mixes, which actually cost a lot more per ounce than all the other ingredients that you're going to need to make it from scratch. So those are my 5 money saving tips for today. And I do have a bonus. I do have a bonus today. And this bonus is something that we all need to do right now. And if you are not doing it already, you need to get to it. Get healthy. Now, how do I get healthy? Let's see. Drink more water and take walks. This is a really great time of year to get out there and take walks. I do not promote any special diet per se. I just feel like if you drink a lot of water, you take some good walks, watch what you eat, don't eat too much sugar, don't eat too much white flour, and you will find that you will be getting healthier as you do these things. And try to cut out your processed foods, chips, crackers, things like that. In my family, we've been starting to do more smoothies, which that can be a little bit expensive. You're buying yogurt, maybe almond milk, some fruit, but cereal is $5 a box. If you have a good smoothie in the morning, you are going to be good till lunch. And then maybe at lunchtime, you can have a good sandwich. And the healthier you get, the less you really have to eat. A lot of the foods that we are eating right now that are processed foods have stuff in them to make us want to eat more and to trick our bodies to thinking that we need more food. If you eat good, wholesome foods like smoothies, like salads, like protein, you're not going to feel like you are hungry all the time. So, got a tickle in my throat. And I don't think I have my water. Hello, Jason. Jason likes Coke Zero. Oh, William, thank you for coming. North Carolina in the house. Thank you so much. So Jason, I know Jason's single, and so I'm sure he's feeling the crunch though, because I know he likes to travel. He does a lot of videos while he's traveling in his car, but he's also an online teacher. So just this morning, I was so awesome. It was like this morning I had to get up and I was like, oh, I just don't want to go to work today. Oh, I don't want to go to work today. Well, guess what? All I had to do was fluff my hair up, put on a little makeup, and walk into the next room and teach my online craft class. So that's a great way to save money too, is do something online that can make you some money. So I know Jason teaches online. I teach for OutSchool. I will go ahead and put a link below if you're interested in checking out OutSchool. I teach finger knitting. I have a finger knitting class up right now. I'm not teaching a lot of classes right now. I'm just doing a craft camp and I'm doing finger knitting. And I do have a knitting class that I do sometimes. I'm just kind of taking a break from the regular academics. And that's a great way to save money on your traveling expenses, is to work online and do something that you enjoy. So that's what I'm doing. So, it was kind of a thing like, I was thinking, I don't really want to go to work today, but it wasn't that bad. So what I've done for work today is I taught one craft class for 1 hour, and then I have another class at 1 o'clock, I think, or 1:15, and I'm teaching the same thing again. And so it's really cool. It's a really fun little job online for outschool.com. I did have a class at 11 and the student did not show up. But if you have a class, the student doesn't show up, the parent kind of has to pay anyway. Sometimes they forget when they sign up for a class like midday. So that's kind of a bummer. But anyway, these are my tips for how to save some money in 2022. I think that we're all going to have to look at every single little thing that we do and figure out how we can do it and save a few pennies here and there and try to, just make ends meet. And I will say, I've been doing a lot of praying these days. So I would encourage all of my friends to do more praying. We need to pray for one another. Some of us, maybe we have the ability to pay the extra prices in gas. I'm thinking of some people that they commute to a job. Maybe they commute 20 or 30 minutes. They make, $10 to $15 an hour. And every dollar extra they pay in gas is going to be another dollar they don't make. And the crunch is happening. And in New Hampshire, where I am right now, we have a reprieve because we have nice weather. We don't really need the AC right now. We don't need heat. So we're in a holding pattern. But winter's coming and we have to prepare, and we're going to have to save money every which way we can. So here are my 5 points for today with 1 bonus point. And I also have 5 more. So stay tuned for another video on how to save money in 2022. Thank you for watching. And I do want to make a correction in this video. I saw my last video, I said something about accepting gifts. And what I meant was that not necessarily people showering you with store-bought gifts. I was thinking, if people are moving or they're downsizing and they have like things they want to give away. I have some clothes I want to give away, or I'm cleaning my kitchen, I'm, downsizing, I'm decluttering. Those are the kind of gifts I was talking about. To accept those gifts, because you never know what kind of awesome items you're going to find in there. And you could accept them and maybe sell them on the Facebook Marketplace or something like that if you don't want to keep them. But you could also, I said that you could also be careful what you accept, because sometimes accepting gifts is overwhelming. You don't know what to do with all the stuff. So I did want to make that correction on my last video, because I was actually going back and listening to it, seeing what it sounded like. I kind of do review my videos to see how I can do better in the next one. So anyway, well, thank you for watching, and I do hope that you are having a great day. And if you do have any other tips that you would like to share, please let me know. If you're going to make a video, share your video with me. Let me know you're making a video, and I will watch your video as well. So thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.